You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair. Yeah. Changing one or two things, cool girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine, a video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer assists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention with care. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, faceline, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
Hey y'all, what y'all doing? Sorry, I'm running behind today. Let me go up here and say hello to everybody. Hey, FU, Mystical Magnolias. I hate peas, T, Bad Apple, L, Laura, Saucy, Rissa, Ash, The Tragedy Pimps, Mocus, Miss Lee, Rebecca, Trisha123, Marcy, Spoony Cindy, Jose, Bazinga, Hope Echo, Sheila, Chicken Cakes. Okay, I'm going to assume I know what you want to discuss, and I will also be doing a live about it. That stream yesterday was very upsetting. I'm not okay with it, just for the record. Chicken Cakes, you might be talking about part of what I'm going to talk about, but probably not all of it. But that's great. Thank you for letting us know. Let's be honest. Hello, Darlene, S&D. Make sure I didn't. Creative Witch. Let me make sure I got everybody else. Blank Screen. Bella, Welsh. Lorraine. Kick Rocks, Chopper. I'm getting close, I think. Mingo. Amethyst. BB. Sally, Lotus. Science Girl. Hey, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you're doing anything today, if you're not doing anything like me, I hope it's a great day too. So, as you guys can see from the title of this, we're going to be talking about some stuff. Trigger warning, straight up front. If this is not a conversation that you yourself can handle, please exit out. We're going to be talking about sexual assault, rape. We're going to be talking about it all today. And I don't sugarcoat shit, as you guys know, over here. we're just going to talk about it because this isn't a one size fits all situation. And it's not just about one particular situation. This has been something that's been done by numerous people. So it's not just targeted at one person in particular either. So before everybody starts assuming, please know that over here, I deal with a lot of different people from different communities. It's not just what everybody has jumbled me into. There's a lot of different angles here, and there's a lot of people that have done a lot of things. So if you are curious exactly who I'm talking about, if I don't mention a name, ask. Because people like to misconstrue my words. So where do we want to start? And I'll apologize in advance. This subject triggers the fuck out of me. Remy, I agree with it. I agree with that. I just don't know. Like, there's been a lot of conversation and a lot of things that have happened recently. Well, in the last 5 months that are shocking to me. But there's always the things that happen that take the cake. And there's been, every time I think we can't get lower, we go lower. And it's to the point where now, and this is not just about the Amber situation, EKC also has done this to people that you don't like, which is Katie Joy, which I understand most people don't like her, but it's still not okay. Sexual assault and rape, men are affected by it too. So this isn't just about the ladies. But we're out here shaming victims, victim blaming because of arguments over the internet. She read her entire rape report, a few. Yeah. This isn't just a one size, like I said, this is not exactly. Yeah, this is not just a one thing. And this isn't just something the two of them have done or, a couple people. This is where people stoop. This is where we head when we have a disagreement. The person that doxed me claims that she had a stalker. That's why she was scrubbed from the internet. But yet she doxed me and my children. Some of you know my story. Some of you have been around for fucking years. I have zero sympathy for these motherfuckers who continue to play victim when it's convenient for them while victim blaming and shaming others. You doxed my children, you dumb bitch. Do you want to know what those kids went through because of a person in our lives? Bet you don't, but you want to feel sorry for yourself. Then we're out here randomly because somebody doesn't like somebody that pops on panel. We're going to read articles about multiple people. I am so sick and tired of these women. I can't even call them women at this point. Moms, what are we doing? And somehow you motherfuckers condoned the shit as moms. Oh, what happened yesterday? Amber read Lauren De Laguna's article out and put it out because they were having a disagreement. Things didn't go well between them. And then she read an article that was extremely triggering. It was a cautionary tale that affected multiple people. And that's why Lauren agreed to do media about it. I heard her talk on it last night. That's why she agreed to do media about it. I don't give a fuck who likes her or doesn't like her. What was done to her was not okay. What was done to Katie Joy was not okay. What's been done to so many women is not okay. We're bringing up rapes and sexual assaults to shame people. This is where we came to. And I don't care who's mad about it. I really don't care. We have got to start speaking up and speaking out and not just sitting by and being like, okay, well, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you until it does. Why are you any different? Because you're hiding behind an alt or you're not a creator? That doesn't disqualify you anymore out here, unfortunately. It's on channels. I can pull up a clip of it if you guys want to see it. It's triggering as fuck. I said words yesterday that I haven't said in so long. Do you know how many women in my comment section are victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, rape? Do you know how many? You probably don't. I would never, I don't care how much I despise Penelope. I would never, ever reach out to anybody and stoop to that level, ever. That's just not how I roll. Yeah, it made me sick. And then they tried to switch it up in the midst of it when people started saying, this is victim blaming, this is victim shaming. No, it's not. It's a cautionary tale. We're just warning people. No, that was not the intent. That was not why we went there. I came onto the internet because a fucking piece of shit put his hands on my kid. And I was sick of it. And he was harassing my customers. When I'd go live, he would watch my lives and message my customers. I'll be damned if another fucking woman on the internet uses my story or anybody else's to shame them. What happened to Lauren was absolutely horrendous. Like I said, I don't care what your feelings are on these people. Katie Joy, same thing. I don't care what your feelings are. I don't care about all of the other people that it's been done to. The revenge porn, sending pictures out, naked pictures, like what happened to, oh my gosh, Barnyard, Diamond Cutter, Science Girl. These are other women doing this to other women. And we're accepting it. And there's like a handful of people willing out here out of thousands to stand up and say something. And I'm sorry if this makes you mad. And if you're offended by this, I don't care anymore. Oh, hold on. Let me turn my camera on so you can see me say it again. I don't fucking care anymore. Oh, yeah. And I took my lashes off because I had one that was bugging me. I don't fucking care. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, you speak out and you're targeted. What have we came to in our society where this is okay? I have a 20-year-old daughter. I have made so many fucking mistakes myself dating, shit I should have never done. But somehow I survived. And of course, I don't want her to go through those things and put herself in situations. But how fucking dare you shame somebody for being assaulted? How fucking dare you? Who the fuck are you? Obviously, you're not a victim yourself, because I sure as fuck know, unless you're lashing out because you haven't dealt with your own fucking trauma, somebody that's walked those shoes doesn't use somebody else's pain and trauma against them. If you can't figure out how to fucking have a disagreement as an adult on the internet without going real life, get the fuck off the internet. You need me to say it again? And this is why my monetization isn't on, because I cuss a lot and I don't fucking care. I'm pissed. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of watching people I consider friends of mine too sit by and not say shit. A lot of my friends are very vocal. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of them. Like, most of them are very vocal. Because and these people don't speak out because they're afraid, because people go real life instantly. That cat's in the bag over there. Just going to hell. K-Bells, I totally understand. I respect that completely. We're going to do this one, close it out, and then we're going to have fun for the rest of the day, because I just have this ate at me yesterday, and I had to transition into the Idaho 4 press conference, and that was a mind fuck of mine. Like, I wasn't even in it because I was stuck here. And we're okay with this, y'all. We're okay with this, right? This is what we're okay with. This is what we're promoting, because, something good, right? There's got to be something good in this. What good is this? BB, yeah, that's exactly right. She was kicked out. Not for nothing, Amber and a bunch of them. It's not just Amber. Amber did it yesterday, but this has been done previously to other people, and it's just a compounding thing that keeps happening, and we're just looking over it, I guess. Oh, Notorious, I didn't even know that happened. I didn't even know that happened. I'm glad I didn't. Like, see, there's just so much. What? Why? And I hear the OGs keep saying, I'm shutting this off. Sorry, you guys. You guys have seen it's me talking. Once again, it's me. Nobody else speaking for me. Apologies mean nothing when it doesn't change. Sorry is an empty fucking word when there's no accountability behind it. Celebrity gossip, girl. That's sad. That's really sad. She did that to Toastgate? No, wait. She did that to Toastgate? And they're still okay? Kick Rocks, good question. I don't know who Toastgate is really. I know, like, the main gist of it. She was Michelle's mod. I get that, but that just, I can't. Wow. I mean, I believe Ash, of course, but Ash never says anything without. That's crazy. See, there's no possible way to catch everything that happens either. And I am not the moral fucking police. Let me be the first to say it. I've made so many fucking mistakes in my life. I continue to. I will. But they're my mistakes. This is my life. Just because some dumbass on the internet doesn't like me, that gives them the right to go into your background and twist and turn and read assault reports and go into somebody's divorce and what? Thank you, Amethyst. This is why sex crimes are not reported. The shame, accusations of lying, constant having to defend oneself as a victim becomes a form of re-victimization. Say it louder for those in the back. Thank you. I don't give a shit who, or, Lauren sat there and took it like a fucking champ. I have to say, like, she did, but at the same time, she shouldn't have to. She should never have to take that, especially from a stranger on the internet. Pugs, I know. This is life, Pugs. I get it. I get it. There's liars everywhere, but it's still not okay. We're not just sitting by and not saying anything because there's so many of them anymore. The excuses of, oh, there's too many to handle. That no, I'm not okay with it anymore. And if people are okay with, oh, it just happens. No, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not. Elle, I'm so sorry. Oh, Lauren, I'm really sorry. We start speaking up. We start walking out. We stop supporting people that do this time and time again. And I understand, y'all, a lot of you are scared to speak up and scared to use your voice because they go real life. I get it. So it's like this whole easy. I'm a degenerate too. Thank you though. But I'm not too good to be on YouTube. I'm just a human. We're all the same. Oh, notorious. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, Nanya. You can. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I just read that message. Wow. Talk about a small fucking world. And I don't care who clips my words and says I said 18 this or 18 that. Take your 18 and stuff it up your ass, Penelope. Dumb asshole. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Lotus, I love you too. Psychedelic. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's a double standard completely. Not for nothing. It should be. If not, there's clips of it. I can pull a clip right now and show you guys. Do you want me to pull a clip and show you? She might strike me. I don't know. Oh, well, actually, I can pull a clip from a clip channel. She still might strike me. I don't even give a shit. That says a whole lot if that's the case. But it's badly triggering. I'm gonna warn you if I do play it, it's very triggering. Hey dear.
Hey.
Your name's Dr. Normal. I like it.
I switched it again, I'm very happy to be back as me, so people know it's me. But I did claim to be me anyways. But so I just I wish I could say I was surprised. I really do wish I could, but I think that people have to understand it's very hard because, you hear people all the time say that, everybody's page is their own page, right? And if this is my page, I can do what I want, right? But you have to, the way you cut people off is you stop making their behaviors acceptable. You stop supporting the stuff that they do, right? So the hard part is you're talking to a chat that I'm sure majority of them prior to yesterday probably weren't subscribed to that page. What I was going to suggest is this. When you go into a chat where you're surrounded by people who are subs to that page, we've seen it happen here with the stuff with Molly, right, in the very beginning. What I would say is when somebody comes in the chat and they support that, it's okay to call it out, but it's not okay to attack them because they support it, right? Which, hear me out. The way that, I mean, there's so many people here that in the beginning, when your page first started, they were completely like, we would see them all over the comments of Molly's page, right? Originally. And so then they come in here and they're questioning things that we're saying, and receipts that we're showing and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, fine. Then you turn around and thanks, Ash. You turn around and you explain to them what they don't know, what they're not seeing. A big part of the reason why people continue to support is they're not on here watching all of this kind of stuff. They don't know that this has happened. Even last night, after we were in with Starlight last night for a little bit watching some of the video, and then there was another live that happened late last night that FU Tragedy Pimps was in, and they wanted her to explain why she was feeling the way she was feeling, and she said she just couldn't at that moment, right? I went up and I said, "Hey, this is my recap," and the person called a Reader's Digest version of what had happened, right? Everybody in that chat had no clue that that had happened. I think we all like to believe that we all know those things are happening, but
Oh, there's no way for everybody to know what's going on. There's
it just
absolutely,
doesn't happen. And
yeah.
so you need that to me is why you need the clip channels. If you haven't already subbed to or have not seen, there is a clip channel currently. I am loving it. Amethyst, I think, send it to us on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Every single video that they're doing right now is on point. It's called Timed Out by Owner. And it is showing you the stuff, the disgusting stuff that you may have not have seen. I would 100% suggest that people go and look at that. Like yeah, yeah, timed out by owner. I don't know who is running that page, but they are showing you the disgusting behaviors that are happening because, and I agree, somebody was saying it earlier in the chat. I apologize if I don't give you credit for this statement, but somebody said, how do you call out one person's behavior but make it acceptable for everybody else?
Good question.
And I know you have said, you have said the same thing recently too. I've seen you in chat saying that, like, it doesn't make sense. But it really is, like, I mean, how do you say, and I'm sorry, I like a lot of people on from different sides. I go any and everywhere that my timeline takes me. I go where the timeline takes me, and I'll end up in chats everywhere. You'll see me everywhere. One of the things I will say is I don't know how a person to sit on a panel with a person that has done such things, and fuck your apologies. I'm sorry. At this point, you can't keep apologizing but do the same thing over and over. You're not sorry. You're saying sorry to try and appease people so that you can end up back in their good graces, back with the subs, back with the fuse, just till you fuck up later on. Like, your sorry is no good.
Selective outrage. Great description.
Yes, yes. Selective outrage is a perfect yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to all. You're right.
That's like the truest term for it right there. Selective
Yeah.
outrage.
Yep.
And it just depends on who you're associated with. If you're new here, if it all depends. And it shouldn't be. This should be across the board. Like, as moms, as dads, as human beings in general, this should not be okay at all. Like, what if this was your child? What if Lauren was your child? Because some of you, she's younger than a lot of us. But what if that was your daughter and this was being done to her online?
Right.
Think about that for a moment. Like, just think about the repercussions of your actions. Yes, we have freedom of speech, but there's consequences that come with those actions too.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you 100%. Sorry, continue. I'm shutting up now. I'm going back to doing what I'm doing.
It definitely is selective outrage. I see people in here right now upset, but they support creators who have done this or revenge porns or going real life. So psychedelic. Let me say this. I will be the first to tell you, and Nonsense knows this as well. I was one of the people two nights ago on the panel with Lauren. I still stand by my message to Lauren at that point in time was do research before you just jump into the lion's den, right? That message hasn't changed across the board. I said it again last night. I'll say it again today. That message hasn't changed. However, I am all for, if I say, nonsense, you're a bitch, and then she goes live and she says, Nunya, you're a bitch, right? I'm all here for that. Talk all the shit you want to talk. But all of the other stuff, the outside stuff, and then you fucking make it like it's an educational fucking moment. First of all, where's your fucking teaching degree? Because if you have no experience in there, I would never come on any panel and speak to somebody's feelings, experience, or preventative processes when it comes to assault victims, because I don't have that experience.
Do you know
So
how
I
much
have enough wherewithals within my brain to say, well, that's not my experience. So I'm not going to stand up here and fucking educate people on some shit that they probably, I'm sure there are millions of people across this app who have experience and can say, here, and again, it's not a learning, it's not a teaching fucking moment. I'm sorry. It just, you don't have beef with somebody Wednesday night and wake up on Thursday to use their personal experience with the person who had alleged allegations of sexual assault against 300 people as an educational moment. Like, fuck out of here. Whatever idiots you believe are out there that are believing this shit, it is sick. And the people who sub to it, to me, they are more at fault. The people who send money for it, they are more at fault than the person who stood up there and said those words.
You want to know what's even worse about that particular situation of what happened yesterday is Lauren came on panel to address questions if they had any questions and try to squash whatever craziness had started because it escalates so fast with a certain group of people. She was on panel like trying to converse and explain things. They kicked her off and then continued to read this report. This is her fucking story. She was kicked off and off panel, and then they proceeded to read this. If they wanted to use, if you want a teaching moment, this is her story. She should have been the one leading.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you for trying to overshadow her story because you're an evil bitch. And I said it. I don't fucking care anymore. That was low as low could go.
So psychedelic, the problem is although there has been rumors of the new TOS happening, not one content creator has received an actual email that can be shown with the changes that have been rumored. So although there are a lot of rumors, that's, that's what they are right now. There's just rumors. There's nothing to it. Yeah, Lotus, they are just as guilty. And trying to put her down her degrees and education, like questioning it. I'm like, dum, you need to get an undergrad before you get your doctorate. Listen.
Can we just stop for a minute? Lauren's beautiful. Like, I don't care. Like, you guys can be petty all you want, but she's a pretty girl. She, like, they sit there, go at her looks and stuff. Like, I hate that. Why are some women just so pathetic? I just don't get it. Like, this isn't what we want for our daughters. Why are we doing it to other women? I just don't get it. Lauren, I'm sorry that I'm even talking about you or anything, but I had to say something. And I, again, apologize profusely for what was done to you. I felt sick and I'm sorry. You never deserve that.
And somebody earlier said, I know I've only seen clips, to be honest. I can't sit through it. I'm not going to give anybody a view for that type of stuff at all. But I just, somebody earlier said that I seen that Snoz was on panel too, but somebody earlier had said that Snoz is a DV advocate or victims advocate, something like that. I don't know much about her in that way, but
we go again. Right here. This stupid shit right here. Have you spoken about MS and driving? Mama Bear, I appreciate the what your question is. So let me say this first and foremost, and I'm going to cut my attitude back already because I was going to come at you with some attitude. So I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. I am not an MS review channel. I have said from day one, I don't fuck with that. I stay away from it on purpose. I don't watch her content. I tried it 2 days in a row, ended up in tears, couldn't handle it. It's disgusting. It's very not okay for anybody to drink and drive. Never. But I am sick and tired of adult women also out here pointing the finger and saying, oh, look, they're doing this and other people are doing it. No, it's not, none of it's okay. Drinking and driving is not okay. It's not something to mock about. Anybody that knows me knows I stand firm. I am not a Michelle Clip channel and I do not review Michelle over here. And I am not the moral authority on YouTube. My channel is about who I decide to call out when I decide to call them out. That's my thing. But Michelle, I stay away from on purpose for a reason. There's at least 18 other clip channels that you can find that call her out. You're welcome. Okay.
Well, not only this, so here's my question to you, Mama Bear. So are you saying the fact that...
No, Mama Bear.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. She just said, sorry, just joined. No, it's not you, Mama Bear. I get asked this a lot.
Oh, so my question is, I mean, because she's not the first person, but my question is this. So are you basically saying the fact that somebody won't call out, as if there's nobody calling her out on it, but whatever. So because somebody won't call out the fact that Michelle drove and drank on live while obviously being distracted is a reason why they shouldn't call out somebody using somebody's sexual assault as being wrong. Is that what we're saying? So we're saying that so we're saying as long as it's okay for Michelle to drink and drive, it's okay for somebody else to use against a person they don't like. It's okay for them to use that person's history. Oh, and don't wait. Oh, wait a second. It is public record. Therefore, if it's public, everybody should know it because I don't like that person because they support that person over there. So if we're okay with drinking and driving, we are now okay with exploiting and condemning and shaming victims of sexual assault. Like, that's what we're saying here. Like, what the fuck kind of twisted world have we come into? What is wrong with people? And Mama Bear, I do apologize. I'm not saying you per se. You're not the only person who is saying these same exact things.
No.
But that dumpster fire of a mentality is what is wrong right now.
We're a little salty about that because I specifically went live and addressed that in itself yesterday about why I don't call Michelle out, what I've said about her from moment one, why I stay away. Again, it's nothing against Michelle. It's a personal choice for me. I knew I couldn't handle it and I will not do it. And exploiting mental illness is never okay. Sorry.
Here's my thing. I understood what first of all, let's not be dumb enough to believe that anybody condones drinking and driving. That's first and foremost. If you are human, if you don't even have, I have never suffered a loss for, when by the hands of a drunk driver, right? Knock on wood, thank God, but I don't have to suffer that loss or go through that tragedy to know that it's wrong. Like that's like common, what I would consider common human decency, right? So obviously it's wrong. Great. Moving right along. But here's the thing. And again, I know we have said it, you and I both have said it numerous times on this fucking channel and other channels and all that stuff, right? Okay. So here's the thing. Piece of shit creators are going to be piece of shit creators, right? Okay. But you've got to watch the pattern. Somebody's views are way fucking down. Their money way down. They do something outrageous, outlandish, unheard of, immoral, and boom, their views are up. They've got that next morning after the drinking and driving thing. That next morning, I literally saw, no joke, and I screenshotted and showed nonsense on purpose so she could see what I was seeing. But 3 lives at the same exact time we're going, talking about the drunk driving, and 6 clip channels had videos of it up already the next morning. What? Are you kidding me? And guess again, guess whose views have gone up? You can watch Social Blade and see it. Like people have got to like, and I
Granny's watching. Who are you talking about? Who do I need? I don't know a lot of these people, so y'all.
I'm guessing I seen them talking earlier, but
I'll pay attention.
I think I know who they're talking about. I just don't know. To be honest, Granny's watching. I don't know that person's story, so I just have been watching you guys talk about them in the I just have been watching them talk about them in the comments. But this is the first time I've seen the name, so I don't know much. And we don't like to assume that we.
Amethyst is watching. I was doing something
Okay,
and you were talking, so Amethyst is on it. She's got it. She's got it handled. All the mods are here. All the mods are here. They're ready. Hey, Makeup Mobster, I saw you pop in. We've missed you, by the way.
Hey, Makeup Mobster. I just want you to know I realized today it's been 8 days since we've seen you live. Not that I'm counting or anything or desperate
Has it
for
been
a regular
18?
people live, but just saying.
Has it really been 8 days? That's
It,
crazy.
it has. I went to her page today because I was like, God, I feel like it's been forever. And then I
Mama
went and looked and I was like, oh my God, 8 days is the last time I got to watch it live.
Don't apologize at all, Mama Bear. This was not directed. That's why I said I'm going to back my attitude off because this isn't like directed at you specifically. You asked a question that everybody's been asking. It's just a touchy subject because it's been asked so much over here. And there's specific reasons why I refuse to cover Michelle. And like that, I just won't go down that road. So that's why we stay away from it. But no,
Yeah.
you're nothing personal against you. Thank you for asking. And thank you for understanding our attitudes and everything. And welcome, by the way. And thank you for going around and doing your own research. That is exactly what we encourage everybody to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, 8 days. Not that I'm counting yet. I'm going to say what I would normally say in the comments. I say everybody is welcome here. All opinions are welcome here as long as they're respectful. Don't be a dick or you'll get kicked. So I know that there have been. I don't know if Safari's here, but we've had lots of conversations with Safari before about when somebody comes in the live, everybody is welcome here as long as they're respectful. I mean,
and we've made some mistakes and I've blocked some weird people like troll stuff and then gone back and been like, were they really trolling me or did I misread their comment? Because I have blocked a few people when I'm doing it by myself and I'm like, oh, maybe that wasn't. So I have
some just feel they can do anything and not be held accountable. Some just feel they can do anything and not be held accountable. So here's my question to all of you guys in the chat, because you guys, some of you are OG, some of you are newer here, some of you came from Facebook with us. Like we love, we like you guys all, no biggie there. But here's my question is, how do you hold those people accountable?
I tried getting rid of some of this luggage we brought from Facebook before. Don't lie. We don't like them all. No, I'm just joking. But not really. Yeah, good question though, Nanya. Good question.
Happy New Year, sweet Lulu.
This isn't going to be like, and I know us talking about it gives it attention, but that at that point, things have to be talked about. Something's got to change. There's a few people willing to stand up and say something. The rest are like, oh, just forget about it because it continues to happen. That's condoning it. Complacency, in my opinion, is just as bad, especially about this, using somebody's rape or sexual assault. Hell to the no. Hell to the
just another troll. Be kind. Be respectful. You're walking the ledge there. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. I like the edge. Ash will tell you I like the edge, but you're walking a little close to it. That's all I'm saying. Makeup Mobster has a great meatloaf recipe. Oh.
Makeup Mobster.
Yeah, Sheila, as I haven't seen it either.
Is it Mochas? It's getting hot in there.
I told her to have a rest from YouTube. Stop watching and stop paying attention. Okay, so that's one. Where did that go? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Not for nothing. I agree. And that's why we're going to talk about a lot of my favorite clip channels. And by the way, don't get offended already because I have my channels laid out. And if you're a Michelle only clip channel, you're not on my list and you won't be reviewed. And that's just my personal choice. But I want to tell everybody that up front because I know people are going to be mad. Butterfly kisses. That's what I don't know if it's such a desensitization issue, though, to be honest. I think it's because it depends on what group. I don't know if it's necessarily about desensitizing because I think it still triggers people just as much. They just don't say it as much because they don't want it done to them.
Yes, Granny's watching. I agree. Views are views. Some will go to any level to obtain them. It's horrific. Yes. Okay, Lotus, have a good walk with the dog. We
Kinsey,
can't be complacent or complicit.
I heard that. I haven't heard her myself or heard her speak on it myself. I've heard other people say that that's what she said previously. For her to sit there and condone it, yeah, that makes it worse. I agree with that.
YouTube keeps condoning it by not doing anything. I mean,
Happy New Year, chicken cakes. Yeah, cult-like mentality is very big with a lot of different things. I'm just a ninja of sorts. I don't think I'm a clip channel. F you, you're on my list. I don't know who clip channels are anyway, so it's just basically a bunch of channels that I watch. That's what we're gonna do. But I love these people. These are the people that don't, the people that we're gonna review in a few minutes don't get enough attention for what they do out here, I feel.
there's things being accepted that would never have been accepted before. People get desensitized. So my question is why were they never accepted before? Like who didn't accept them? Yes,
And this isn't a one community thing either. This isn't a one community thing. This is across many communities because like I said, this is I talked about, what EKC did to Katie. Like, this isn't just a one community thing. This is a multiple community situation that's been happening to multiple people. I'm sure there's other people in here that can list off names of other women.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna call out the hypocrisy here for a minute because EKC did a live this morning talking about Amber's live that she had done about Lauren.
No, she did not.
She did, and she didn't really do much research. And so, of course, EKC comes from the stance of, well, it's public record. This is a public article. Why can't she read it? But at the time, she didn't have the context that Lauren and Amber had gotten into it the night before. And this wasn't just an educational moment as it appeared on the one live that she's seen. And once she's seen that, then she said it was wrong to do it. But the hard part for me is, but it wasn't wrong for her to read Katie's like police report from her assault. Like the hypocrisy of it all. Like she's no different than Amber. Like that's crazy to me. But I was just like, I can't stay here. I can't stay and watch this. Like this is just it's ridiculous.
I refuse to watch her. And
Marcus, I agree.
You might get an honorable mention of the dumbest clip channel of the year over here, but that's about it. I can't stand her.
Yeah. Kinsey, thank you. I didn't know that. Okay.
That's who we're talking about. I don't know which part you're asking. Wait, what about that?
I'm trying to catch up. Sorry.
Mimi, I don't know. It still doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a filed report. That's not up to you, me, or anybody else to decide. It's still crossing the boundaries to read it live. I don't give a shit. You don't get into somebody's police reports and read, nope, no. We're not giving it a pass because seriously, that's victim shaming. Oh my God.
Just another troll, just so you know, I'm a researcher, so don't you worry.
Hey Colin, sorry I had to exit out of your live earlier. I had something come up and I was like, I gotta go.
A hate, follow, or watch feels different than watching a clip channel for me anyways. Completely stepping away is best, obviously. I agree, BB. Any creator that crosses those deep lines so be immediately blacklisted. Yes! That's part of the issue as well. They get excused justified and or move to another community for new targets and a fresh start. Yes, Granny's watching. That's how it has changed, right? So to me, that would make perfect sense. If you did this messed up stuff, right? A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, right? You got blacklisted. You got iced out. Now your behavior just is like, oh, well, I don't agree with them doing that, but they're still my friend. They can be on my panel because they're not doing it on my panel. No. Scroll and roll is so cool. Yes, Andy, it is.
But at the same time with that, with panels and stuff, I will say that a lot of times people bring up people they don't like and discussing behaviors to confront somebody. So just because somebody's sitting on panel doesn't mean they always like the person or condone their behaviors either. I will say that. But I agree with you. To have them like sitting on panel co-signing, there was a big difference.
I mean, I was on that panel the other night, and I do not like Amber. And on
No, I know.
Science Girls panel, I made it very clear to Amber herself that I'm not a fan of hers, and I don't agree with the disgusting stuff that she does. And that was months ago. But me being on that panel does not. I don't know. I don't co-sign for a lot of that stuff, but I was there for one specific purpose. So,
Gosh, I know we asked what changed, but what happened? Like, why are we not? What changed? What stopped doing that? Or why was there a big stop in doing that?
yeah, why did the icing out stop? It's the it wasn't said or done to me, so who cares mentality. Until it happens to them, then they want to join the outrage. Everyone's a target, just a matter of time. You know what's funny to me? Granny's watching. I'm gonna have to sub to you. I like your thought processes there. But here's my thing. One of the things I've heard by like I've been doing an OG tour, right? So I'm meeting a lot of the OGs. I'm going into a lot of the lives for the OGs, and I don't have a particular one I stay in. I try and go if they have somebody up on the panel or they're talking about somebody, I'll go and do my research on that person, whatever. Unless some people are like, no, just stay away from that person completely. You don't want to go over there, right? It has to be multiple people who say that. Anyways, but one of the things that I'm realizing is I hear across the board everywhere I go is, well, I was doxxed already. So like you just have to expect it to happen. It's bound to happen, so you just expect it to happen. Therefore, when it does happen to somebody else, there's no outrage, not because it already happened to them.
Like I was bothered. I'm pissed about what happened in the situation of my own, but not once did I expect everybody else to be outraged about it because we knew it was coming. Like it was just a matter of time to be doxxed. And then that's on the unfortunate thing. And then it's just unfortunate because like this is the things that are going to go up because it's time and time again out here.
Sheila, that I know of, she has not been live since that happened. And she has not, I haven't seen any posts since that happened. So I don't know that an opinion out loud has been shared as of yet. I am sure that she will not be okay with it, but just saying.
She was in here earlier. I don't think, and that's the thing, like I will never expect her to call out either. Because I won't call out Michelle. Like I'm not the moral police, so I'm not expecting everybody else to call it out. This is just something that personally really bothers me, and of course I'm going to speak up and say something about it. I'm not one that sits by well and doesn't say shit when I'm upset about shit. Sorry, I'm reading comments.
Yeah, me too. Heels said, heels in the air. You're on the list today, heels in the air. You better stick around. I hope you have time later on. I don't understand how people don't see through certain newbies in the community. It's baffling, actually. Honestly, heels, and you can tell me if you agree, nonsense, but I have seen way more people who see right through them. They just choose to, like, what's the point of saying something? I'm just one person. That's what I've seen is there's a lot of people who agree with you and they do see right through them. But they're just like, they're like, what's the point of saying something? Obviously this person is in, so we're just dealing with it now,
Okay, can we not start fighting in the comment section? This is exactly why nothing gets changed, because then shit starts going. People can't let go of stuff. It's you did this, you did that situation. We don't need to do that. Like, I get y'all have had a lot of past and a lot of history, but that's not what we're doing here. We are trying to have an open discussion, and we don't need to be. I mean, I can't imagine all the shit that's been done and people have been a part of, but that's not the point here. We're yeah, okay. The comment section is just going crazy. Whatever. Go for it.
I don't like this, but I'm just wondering. And why was it the end of the world for her to dox, but so many in the community have done it? I don't like her, but I'm just wondering why.
Yes.
So I think here's the difference though. I think where a lot of us newbies that came in, that's not the first time I've seen it, but that was a newer experience to it where a lot of people hadn't seen that happen wholeheartedly before like that. So I think that's where the outrage, the fake outrage, as somebody said earlier, or selective outrage came from. But you've seen so much since then that why I think that's why it was outrageous at the time.
Lauren, I dropped a link for you. You can absolutely come up. I don't ever want somebody to feel like I'm telling their story without them. Lauren's coming up, by the way.
Oh,
I'm going to push back the other live just so everybody knows. I'm going to push that back because we're deep in this conversation, and the other one's supposed to start in 3 minutes. So I'm going to push that back an hour just because I think we're in the middle of.
while she comes up, look at Oh My Lanta says, I was doxxed and nothing happened. Is just part of being on YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
They're pissed they had to deal, and misery loves company.
Hey, Lauren.
Hi. Just to like dispel any rumors, I never went up to fight with her in the first place. Like I didn't know who Amber was at all. I like had nothing. I don't know. So people are like, and I guess you're saying that I should have done my homework. Like I should have known who Amber was, but that's just not how. I'm new here. I'm new to this community, and that's not how I did it in my last community. I just like met people, and so I just jumped onto Michelle's panel. I gave her $10 to promote my channel. And then she talked about Jen's panel. And then she just started talking about this Amber girl. I thought maybe Amber was the name of the Jenny, like the woman behind Jenny. I didn't know. So I didn't know anything. And so then when she said they weren't the same person, I went on the Jen show or whatever. And then that Amber lady started screaming at me and for talking about her with Michelle. And so I asked her about what Michelle told me about her, and she said that she didn't do anything that Michelle accused her of, and I dropped it there. And then the next thing I know, that lady who screamed at me, I get sent a link that she's talking about me on her show. And so I went up to like try to clear my name and just be like, I honestly didn't know you. And she points out the fact that I like know about this rope story. But if she watched the whole video, it was because I was literally told about the rope story and like in the video that she was watching like 5 minutes before. That's how I knew about the rope story. So she's like, oh, clearly she's been lurking in here for months. So anyway, it was just weird. So I went up to try to like explain all of the things. And then she pulls up, she asked about a Tinder date. And I was like, what are you talking about? I haven't been on Tinder in years. And then she pulls up that article. And I was like, holy crap. Okay, I don't understand. This is not going to make you look good, lady. We're in a community. This seems to be a community of women. I can't imagine this is going to go well for you. And I tried to explain that to her, but she then dropped me. And what?
Even like, let's just say though, like I'll just put this out there. Let's just say that even if you did, that you had known who they were, okay? For devil's advocate, let's just play that you had seen a couple lives, kind of knew who people were like, I'm gonna get my channel promoted just because I'm playing devil's advocate on the other side. That's that's a typical troll move. Like, why are we freaking out about that and okaying still at that point that it's okay for somebody to go in and start reading sexual assaults and reports and things like that's still, even if it was a troll, like, let's be honest, even if Lauren did know who this was or any of that situation, which it doesn't matter one way or the other, it's still not okay. It's still not okay, no matter where Lauren came from, no matter what happened on these panels. That still was not okay. They can, like, if they want to fight and duke it out about other stuff, okay. But the rest of it wasn't needed, in my opinion. That's my stance on that. Because even if you were, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, that's how people pop on panels, you know, shit happens. Nunya, I will say, I figured out where you guys, like, kind of crossed lines. What Nunya is saying, because of all this egregious behavior and what we've seen and time again, that's why she says, like, sit back and watch. But that's because
we talked about this on a different panel, and it makes sense. If I had sat back and watched, I probably wouldn't be in the shitstorm I'm in right now. It is what it is, and kind of like,
I said I wouldn't cover her. I was emotional, said some other stuff, and I was drug all over hell and back for it. It's just the situation. Like, it happens time and time again. So it's, a lot of people don't sit, like, they jump. That's what YouTube is about. Like, if you have an open panel, I mean, people jump up and stuff, but still, like, I just don't know how we're okay with this, I guess.
There's some communities that are so receptive to that. Like, there's several communities that I've been into where all they do is treat each other kindly and, like, open panel and talk nice to each other. It's crazy. Like, there's no drama whatsoever. And I knew this was a drama community, but I figured as long as I didn't say anything mean about anyone or, like, stir any shit, then I was fine. And, like, I listened to Michelle talk shit, so I guess maybe that was my fault. I should have cut her off. But I didn't know who anyone was, so I was just listening.
You're on her panel. That's also not panel etiquette, like going up on her panel and then, I mean, that's, I don't know.
So can I say something really quickly? So I know somebody in the chat was just calling it out right now. So here's my thing. And I'm going to be completely honest. I got to be me. That's all I can be. So, you know, whoever, take it for what it's worth, right? And I told you last night, I 100% am against how they reacted to the fact that you were questioning them and the stuff that she did yesterday, that Amber did yesterday, sick as fuck, right? So 100% I am completely against that. I personally do not think that the same way you describe, you were just trying to come in and say hello and just get to know a new community. That is not my perception of it, but that's okay. We don't have to perceive it the same way, right? So I think what happens, and again, you coming in at that moment seemed a lot like chasing subs or something like that, right? Which it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. I'm not a content creator, but this is just my opinion, right? Yeah. However, I don't understand the issue. Even if that's what you were doing, it still does not constitute the reaction you got. Like, no matter what, even if that's what you were doing, it wasn't right. Did you come off a little harsh? Yes, to me you did. But so I want to say that because people in the chat are pointing out those same things. And I think that it needs to be said that even if you came across as not everybody's cup of tea, right? That's okay. I come across as not everybody's cup of tea too. But no matter what you did, by coming across as not everybody's cup of tea, it does not justify the reaction that they
another reason that I came into a trauma community is because even though I'm not an attorney, I do have a law degree and I do understand how courts work, and I've worked in a court before. And so I thought it would be very fun to set up a YouTube court show. And so I've been looking for contestants for a really long time in my community, and my community is so divided, just like yours. And so some people hate me and other people love me, and the people who hate me fight with the people who love me. You know what I mean? And so therefore I can never get a pair of people to come on my show because the one who's willing to go on my show, the other one won't be willing to go on my show, if that makes sense. So, so I wanted to come in neutral and be nice to everybody in a new community. And I understood it was a drama community, but I was like, if I don't cause any waves and if I'm not mean to anybody, then we could do the name of the show is Lauren Order.
That's actually really cute. That'll be, I will watch it.
So yeah, I thought maybe like I could learn a little bit from Michelle, maybe like learn who her issues were with people, and then maybe they could do like a little Judge Judy and knock it out, and then we can all move on with our lives instead of going real life, instead of calling the cops, instead of doing like actual real life. We could just do YouTube court in the jurisdiction of YouTube Landia, and I had like a little judge's wig. I was I just wanted to make it fun, so I was coming into the new community, and yes, like maybe a little bit for subs, but more so to try to find contestants for this show. And this is my first time even telling anyone that this is why I came to the community. But
well, I think you didn't have to say it for most people to know it.
Yeah, I think.
But these people from my community
where, like,
know I've been searching for
me. I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna drop down because I'm not really for the whole Lauren show personally. So, and I don't want to be disrespectful to Nonsense in any way. So I'm gonna drop down. I'll go back into the comments. Not a problem. But that's. I mean, I think that people could see that, and that's where. Pamela Hoppers.
How is that a problem, though? How is it a problem to want to make new content, something that would be fun, something that people would enjoy? Like, I don't understand why that's an issue.
Okay, it's not. You, as a creator, you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want. There is no reason for anybody to dredge up your sexual assault. I don't care if you're trolling them. I don't care if you did know who all of them were. I don't care any of it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change any of this shit. Like, you had an intent coming into this. By the way, we're not a part of the drama community. I am brand new to YouTube, been here for 5 months. I came in for a specific reason, ended up meeting all of these people because there's a lot of crossover here with Molly Golightly and the drama community. Thankfully, I have met some amazing and wonderful of the OG drama community, but I'm kind of an island over here that just kind of observes everything. And like, some of these people that I'm talking about are from completely different communities too. So it's a mix of what, like, not only you were impacted by, yesterday, there's been other people that this has been done to. It's been kind of a thing that's been happening out here. And again, like, I don't care if you were coming in to troll them. I don't care at all, because at the end of the day, anybody can go on Michelle's panel.
Why is it? I really not. I would like people to be able to settle disputes outside of real life. That's the whole point of the thing. Like, I hear that the cops are being called on Michelle. And whether or not you like Michelle, I don't think that's nice. I don't think the cops should be called unless she's like actually doing something that's going to harm people. And I understand people are saying the drunk driving can harm people. And like, if that's, I just don't like the rallying up of 911 calls.
Yeah. And that's where I got myself in trouble, because I spoke out about this before. Well, I didn't get myself in trouble. I still stand by everything I said, but, because I wouldn't cover her and I wouldn't talk about it. Again, I don't stand for drinking and driving ever, but I can't prove that that's exactly what was happening. There's just no way for me to do it. Do I think it was a dumb move for her to even pretend like she was? Yes. And it was disrespectful to people that have lost somebody. I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm not. And
it's possibly disrespectful, but she also possibly has a legal right to pretend like she's drinking and driving, as long as she's not actually drinking and driving. But and that was my point.
Drinking and driving behind a wheel with pretending that does constitute people having concern reason to call, because somebody, like, there's a line right there. There is. She knew what she was walking into by doing that. She knew they would call because of things that have happened. So it's kind of a wash on that one. She did the behavior.
It was instigating. It was instigating, and it was looking for people to call, and she knew people already wanted to call the police. So it was like looking for getting people to want to call the police. That being said, does she have, like, I believe, now I'm not an attorney, as people love to point out, but do I believe she has some First Amendment right to do that? yeah, I believe she has some First Amendment right to
But
pretend
here's
like she's breaking the law.
I got a question on that because you have gone to law school. Again, I am a professional
Mhm.
asshole about it. Is there a law though? Because she supposedly poured apple juice in a beer bottle.
Mhm.
So the police instantly are going to come to the scene. Let's say they pulled her over, hypothetical situation.
Mhm.
They pulled her over. She has an open container, a Bud Light bottle. They're not going to
Mhm.
test the substance in the bottle at first. They are going to look at it, see that she has an open container, put her, give her a ticket, arrest her, impound her car, whatever the process may be. And then through the legal process, it would be determined if it was apple juice or, so on and so forth. She would have to fight that out. So knowing that, why would you
Well,
put yourself in position of that?
no. So, okay, let's go through that. If it's actually apple juice, right? Like, and I'm just going to take her at her word because she's the non-filing party, so you have to take the facts in the light most favorable to the non-moving party. Um, so we could assume it's apple juice. Then the cop would give her, in most states, not every state, but in most states, it's a ticket for an open container. So then they would have to, if they're going to arrest her, they're going to need some reason to arrest her. So maybe they do a breathalyzer, and if it's actually apple juice, because we're taking it light most favorable, then she'll not be drunk, and then she'll get a ticket, like, at most.
So she,
And then she could even fight that ticket. Maybe the state law has an empty beer bottle is also a ticketable offense. In that case, having apple juice in it isn't gonna save her from that ticket. But I don't see how she's getting arrested from that. Unless now let's take the facts in the light least favorable. So now let's assume she was actually drinking and driving. In that case, yes, she could be arrested.
well, let's just assume this. She pretended, no matter what the case may be, that she was drinking and driving behind the wheel. She can go get fucked for doing that
Mhm.
because, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion and my opinion only. That is not something to joke around about. That is not something for content. That's not something that somebody has a right to pretend. Like, is it? They might have a right according to the law. I don't care. But at that point
Yeah.
in time, others have a right to their thoughts and feelings. And
Yep.
she,
And I tried
on
to tell
that,
her that.
like,
But my mic did cut out a couple of times when I was in the parking lot talking to her, and then I drove home and then spoke to her again. But there was a point in which I said, "You're gonna upset people by posting about pretending to if you really were just pretending to drink and drive, you have to understand, like, people have lost loved ones and stuff and are gonna be offended by this." And so, like,
I
I understand if she offends people.
it's disgusting. That's why we don't even discuss her over here because like I will not condone this. There is no excuse for this. I don't care what it was. I don't care if it was an act. It was poor decisions all around and it continues to happen and I, it just at what point in time these are adults. They need to take accountability for their own actions. They are making choices to come
Yeah.
out here. This is,
The
you
only
know,
reason that I defend, like,
either
the
like anybody
pretending
else.
to drink and drive is, like, the First Amendment thing, and I also just think about, rap music videos. They pretend to commit all sorts of crimes, and in the past, judges have used the videos, not judges, but prosecutors have used the videos as evidence and, tried to commit people to prison based off these videos. And then it was deemed a First Amendment right to portray yourself as if you're committing egregious felonies, even.
Really,
So,
that's
like, you have a
ridiculous.
First Amendment right. That's why I keep saying this, just because legally I'm thinking I think she has a right. But I also think you have a right to be pissed about it and not think it's okay and be upset about it. I just legally think she has a right. I guess morally, that's a different question. Should she be doing that? Probably not.
That's why
Probably not.
we stay away from the topic over here of her just because it's there's there's no happy ending in sight with it. So there's just certain things that, you just move on from. But do you know who Molly Golightly is?
I'm starting to learn about her.
Oh, let's talk about Molly Golightly. If you want somebody to like do a case study on, I think that would be a great one for you to start with.
I reached out to her for interview recently. She doesn't have any means of contact, so I had to post on her community tab. I don't think she replied.
She has all sorts of means of contact. She puts her number out there all the time. It's easy to find if you want it. I'm just saying. But there's a bunch of questions you could ask her. She doesn't really like them, but she posted last night again about announcing a Marine veteran who is in a coma due to an unfortunate event. She took it again upon herself to post something around the holidays of his, mentioning him like she does every month for content at the end of the month. She is also another piece of crap out here that exploits stories and mental illness. And yeah, there's a lot there.
Interesting.
But yeah. See, we'll go right back into the subject that I will I normally cover. There's a lot there. That's how
I saw a clip of her saying that she wishes this person is now in heaven. Is this the person she's referring to?
Yeah. Probably. Well, it depends on, she always wishes death upon blank screen. Like this is the connecting factor that kind of puts me in the group with a lot of these other channels. So she got involved in a case, and then she used to be a part of the drama community. What, Megs? You're going to complain about what? What did I say? I'm not paying attention to the comments.
So you're the Michelle exposer?
Huh?
Someone in the chat says, "Is you're the one who exposes Michelle for?"
She the one who exposes Michelle?
Yeah, it says. I don't know. Never mind. Ignore me. Just continue with your story.
What are you guys? Okay, now hold on. I'm gonna address these guys in the comments for a minute. Exactly what did I not do to your likings? Please tell me. I'm paying
People
attention.
are saying I'm Michelle and in the making, and that I'm manipulating anyone who thinks I'm innocent. Look, you can not like me all you want. I don't know. Even Michelle, if this happened to Michelle, I wouldn't want people to.
Megs, that's why I asked about the whole open container thing. That's why I was walking down that road, because I'm not an attorney.
I think she has a legal right. Do I think she has a moral right? I don't know. That's for you to. I wouldn't do it. Personally, I wouldn't pretend to do any illegal acts and post it, especially if people were hoping to call the police on me. But do I think she triggered people who've dealt with tragedy involving drunk driving? Yes. Do I think that's nice? No. Do I think it's similar to the way that it triggered people to talk about the sexual assault? Yeah, I think triggering events are triggering, and I think that wasn't nice of her. And I think that, but I try not to judge people too harshly, and I think, I don't know. People are very mad at me right now. I'm sorry, I just don't like to, and people get very mad at me for a lot of things. So I was in a different community, and I started off by being friends with this guy named Turtle Boy. A lot of people don't like Turtle Boy. And so in the means of defending myself, a lot of the times I would be kind of nasty to people back. But I stopped doing that a while ago, and I make my own content now. And none of my own content has anything to do with being nasty to people or about gossip. My content is only interviews. And yeah, I could be a bitch back to people. It's happened. And I'm sure you've seen clips of it if you're saying mean things about me. But this is usually after months of harassing me and accusing me of having STDs I don't have, accusing me of doing porn, accusing me of sleeping with men I don't sleep with. Well, I'm new-ish. I'm new-ish. I started maybe 5-ish, 6-ish months ago.
Gotcha.
But ever since people have accused me of sleeping with all of my interviewees and just doing really disgusting things. And so sometimes in retaliation, I'll pick on people. or whatever. But
So that's
uh
I get it.
and
I
so,
get it.
yeah,
So you
people
kind of
are pointing that out and saying that I'm nasty, and I hear you, but I also really don't do that anymore,
so you
and
have
I've made a
problematic
lot of truces
behavior.
with people, and I don't know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming. I'm gonna end this panel, or like I'm gonna end this live because it's totally gone south, and I'm gonna say something not to you. I see what happened, and again, like my point of this whole
Mhm.
thing was I don't care at what extent. I don't give a shit how you were trolling them, anything like that. At the end of the day, going and reading your essay, the article on that's not acceptable at all. Like I don't have to like you. I don't have to like your behavior to say the same thing. Like I would say this about people I didn't like. Um, the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's still not okay whether people like you or not. What was done, and it's disgusting, and that's it. So
I appreciate it. Sorry if I derailed your panel.
no, you didn't. I'm absolutely interested right here in just adults, like just how much we sit here and say we don't do this and this, we don't like when people do this and this, and then we catch ourselves doing the same things. And I'm like, it just it yeah, I become speechless at times. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
not you,
well.
it's just the whole thing. It's like, yeah, Megs,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think, like, I agree with, people seeing that you were defending it. I get that and why it triggers people. I totally get it. Like it's a touchy
Yeah.
subject, and that is not something that, like, even as if she had a legal right, it's still going to offend people, and that's where the moral stuff overrides, like, who fuck the legal part of it. No, it's not okay,
But another thing was somebody asked me on Jen's panel, "If you're her defense attorney, how do you defend this?" And so I
Oh, so you
literally
could ask
gave the
that? Okay.
legal defense, and people were like, "How dare she defend drinking and driving?" And I was like, "I don't think you guys understand what legal means."
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it. I get it. I've been like, I can see a little bit of both sides of this whole thing right here, so it's a little hard, but no disrespect to you at all. I'm just like, I was supposed to be doing another show right now anyways, going over clip channels, like the fun
okay.
stuff, and this is like just went totally different direction, and it's not you at all. But if you want information about how problematic Molly is and the connecting pieces, we have a ton of information about that we always talk about over here.
I mean,
Welcome
I
to
would
the
love to interview her, I guess, and yeah, I'd love to hear. I mean, I'm watching your channel and I'm like watching back videos so that I can
oh
catch
gosh,
up and learn that stuff.
it's
But
so
yeah,
much monster. It's a mess, but that's like a lot of the big connecting factors here is that. So okay, with that,
alrighty.
I will end
Bye.
this,
Thank you for having me up, and thanks for
Lauren,
talking
and
about my
I'm
story.
sorry for what was done. That will never be acceptable.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
You too. All right, y'all. I don't know what's going on over here. There's a lot of pissed off people, a lot of upset people. And that's totally okay. Yes, Megs, right? I think that would be great if she interviewed her. I I think that's great. Okay, but why can't another woman have an opinion like everybody has all the facts and sit in court? Stop that fun of what? What the frick is happening here? Y'all are weird. How do we disconnect law from feelings? Hope, exactly. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of like, that's the thing. Like, these are very sensitive subjects that trigger people all differently on different levels, too. So, like, that's where people, like, I can totally understand people being upset with her, like, thinking that she's defending it 100%. That's why I was asking, like, even if it's this, though, it still doesn't make her right because she's out here doing it for a show, whatever the case may be. It's never going to be okay. Like, it's not okay. But again, I'm not somebody else's moral, factors either. And it sucks. Like, that sucks because we can't, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. But at the end of the day, like, here's the fucking part that I'm going to come back to. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your problem is with anybody. Oh, I'm not derailed at all, y'all. Please, that was nothing. Like, I was just trying to understand there was some pretty interesting comments from people that I've never seen in here before today, like at all, a lot. And I was like, who the hell are they even talking about? So I got lost way early on. Megs will call me and tell me what. Don't worry, Megs is my actual friend, y'all. Megs will tell me off if she needs to, and I will tell her right back off, and that's totally okay. Like, not at all though. 808 Bear. What? What are you weirdos on? Who defended MS drinking and driving? Who defended MS drinking and driving? The fuck? Nobody defended MS drinking and driving. What is happening? This is a weird chat, Heels. I am so confused by this. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at, Mocus, was it was a troll to begin with, but at the end of the day, like it's not okay. It's not okay, and people have the right to be upset about it. And that's why, like, even if it's legal, fuck that. It doesn't matter. People have a right to be upset. I don't know how we defended MS. This is why I don't talk about Michelle. Yeah, just facts. Exactly. Megs, okay. Well, I sure as fuck did not. And I don't appreciate anybody saying that, because I sure as fuck did not defend shit. Yeah, it's not about, they've got to separate, like, how? No, Nanya, that's not what she was saying. That's not what she was saying at all. And I don't even agree with her, what she was saying, but that's not what I took from it at all. We've got a lot of strong personalities in one room right now. I'm realizing this. And the funny thing is all it is about it. It's totally fine. We're all on the same page. It's just everybody has a different angle at it. That's the crazy part, is because everybody's feeling the same way. It's just on a different angle. Double dried. That's what I was trying to ask, is we don't. Yeah, Lindy, but that's where the moral thing, and she came around at the end and said that too. She did come around and like say that she was talking like outside of her perspective. Like, this was not her thoughts and feelings on it, like her personal feelings on it, stepping into the position of an attorney, because she said she was asked as a defense attorney when she was on panel. That's what she was saying. So that's what I took out of the conversation. Beefergs. Ash, that's the crazy part, is honestly, that's what it is. There are so many strong personalities in here, and it's great. Justifying it is, that's not what she said though, y'all. Not here on, I don't know if she's defended it before, but she wasn't defending it. She was saying that's what she was asked, and that's what I took out of it. You guys, and this is perception. Like, this goes back to perception. Oh, Megs, I didn't even pay attention to it. Notorious, the trunk maybe has wings. Crispy, I don't know. There's a lot of misunderstanding right now. That's the key of it, and I'm gonna laugh it off, because that's, at the end of the day, it is, and everybody's gonna need some time to cool off too. That's the point of this. They're gonna need time to, yeah, yes, Lotus. Okay. Can we stop with that conversation, please? Can we please just end? Can we move back to the conversation that we were on? This is why we don't talk about this over here, y'all. This is because this is what it does to every community. Think about this. Think about it. Everybody sit on their hands for a minute. Time out. I'll sit on them with you, okay? Time out. Sit on your hands. Okay, ready? Everybody sit on your hands. This is what this has done to every community. Look at this. Look at this. And think about it. Think about it though. Lauren just replaced the last people. Like, think about it. Okay, sit on your hands, everybody. And we just all fell right fucking into it. We just whoosh. She just played all of us. Here we are fighting over this. We are fighting over this. Okay, you guys can get off your hands now. Okay, get off your hands. Think about it though. I just like dawned on it. Where did everybody go? I thought everybody was talking about Ski Mask Andy. It's like Lauren just became the Ski Mask Andy. Ash, maybe. It's a troll. Hey, Devious. I love everybody in here. I love Nunya. That's why I was like, what the hell? But I wasn't even mad at her. I knew her and Megs they were onto something. I was just like, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because it's just a fucking troll because that's what I was trying to get. Like, so what if that's why I opened with, so what if it was just a troll? No, I'm not saying you're a troll, but what if it was just a troll? I'm not comparing you to him like in that sense. You don't have to be in that sense. It's just the same thing. It's just a revolving cycle. Oh, hope. Yes. No matter what, it is New Year's Eve. Drinking and driving, the conversation is never going to be acceptable. F anybody who gets drunk and gets behind the wheel, drinks and drives. None of that shit, okay? Now, back to our normal scheduled broadcasting. How the fuck did we all walk right into that one, friends? Think about it, though. Think about what just happened. L. Holy shit. I did because I wanted to respect, her story and everything like that. I don't like to, do that to anybody. That's why I don't ever really bring people on panel. And it's not because I don't like having people on panel. It's just because there's a lot of past with people that you bring on panel. And when you bring somebody on panel, the past comes with those people usually. And I was already confused and lost in my comment section of who was talking about who. With the stuff with the sexual assault and stuff. So I was really focused and triggered on that. But then, yeah, that was a whole, yeah. Think about that. Good night, Amethyst. Thank you. That's crazy though. Exactly, Mokus. That's a good troll. That was a good fucking troll. I would take credit for that troll if I was them. That was a good troll. Maybe it was a secondhand accidental troll. I don't know. No, it was the chat. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what happens is It doesn't, they make them into these people. The chat does it. That's what I'm trying to get at, Ash, is it doesn't matter who it is. The same revolving thing happens because of all the chats 9 times out of 10. Devious, right? Oh, let's be honest, you're ahead of us. Chrissy, good luck. I don't either. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, you guys. The chat, like, because everybody, because they start filling in the gaps. Think about it. Think about this, Nanya, for a minute. Same with Ski Mask, okay? He had previous past history with certain people. So those people come into chat and start telling them the problems that they've had with this person, so on and so forth, right? So the past comes with the chat time and time and time again. So then you're trying to decipher, okay, what is happening now? And then when you're, this person is saying, oh no, I just innocently popped up here, and the chat's going, no, this is actually your history. This is time and time again. They're filling in the gaps. And that's where it's, yes, all the time. The chat brings the past with them, good, bad, indifferent. It just comes with that because people instantly, either they're protective of the creator and want the creator to know the truth. They're pissed off because something that happened with said person on panel. No, I love the chat, but it's just interesting how that, like, it comes with them. And because we always ask the chat over here, like, hey, can you guys tell us this? Help us figure this out. Like, our chat is always where we go to for like help and understanding. And that I got lost in the chat instantly because there were so many different conversations of so many different places. I was already lost. But then that's what people, people had been picking up on things that they've seen from her. So bringing her past forward and saying like, but that's not what you were doing. And then people get defensive. Yeah, it's crazy. Yep, Sweet Pea, it does. It does, though. No, Lauren, this is just a general, like, this is not just about you. Like, this is not just about you. This is an unraveling thing that has continued to happen. Yes. What did you? I don't even know what you said. What they said on the panel. That's when I lost it in chat. When someone said what they said on panel, that's when I lost it in chat. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about how this whole cycle happens. I'm not talking about you getting angry in the chat. Not about you this time, Nanya. It's about the whole thing. Oh my gosh, Megs. I would love it if she did, though. I think Ash might understand what I'm saying. Saucy. I'm just giving Nanya shit. No, that's what we poor Nunya. When I called somebody a panel hopper, Nunya took it as her too, and I wasn't even her. And then finally the lady came in. But it's very true though. Like that's why we're on two different things. I wasn't even paying attention to half of what she was saying because I was like, I mean, I did pay attention, but anyways, it's just interesting. Wait, who the hell is this? Big and Sexy 50. Lauren, you little C. You are so not from the real Amber community, as she would chew your little effing bitch ass up and spit you out. What is happening? Y'all are way too concerned about this. Those facts. That's exactly the point. I don't know where we got here. No, I'm not into understanding at this point right now. I'm getting a little heated. What the fuck are people like, what? Um, what is the Amber community? I'm so confused, like feels. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I think, like, they think I don't get it. I get it. That's why I opened the way I did. Veronica. Okay. Why are you over here, by the way? Why the fuck are you here? You don't like me. You have a lot to say about how dumb I am. So you can see your way out. And there's certain people, you just keep talking shit when I've never said a fucking word to you. Never. Yeah. No. Ash, I was just like, there was a lot to process in that. A lot to process to that. Oh, my lantern. Oh. Megs, yes, I have. What? Nanya, that's what I was getting at the entire time. The whole thing was is a troll. Like, it's all a troll. Yeah, I put them on when we were. Hope's Echo. I got you, B. Play with fire, get burnt. Facts. Big sexy. Keep commenting. You're entertaining me. What Oh, let's play. What is happening? Oh, Remy. I kind of do. This camera angle is the best too. What the hell is happening? Hello, nonsense in chat. Hey, how are you, Jamie girl? Oh, this is great. Oh, what is happening? She's coming in here yelling at everybody in this chat. Not smart. Like, not smart. Oh, Sheila, she's had a lot to say about me. Yeah, she had a lot to say about me. I've got screenshots of a ton of her comments. How did that happen? Let's start over, please. That's probably Field. L, which one? Is that a clone account, though? Revival, right? Me neither. There's nothing to, well, Sweet Pea, there's nothing to be upset about. There's really nothing. This has just been exactly what's been happening time and time again. And I refuse to go down that road. Like, this is exactly what continues to happen when you talk about this shit, and I'm not doing it. It's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Maybe have a special brownie. Oh. Is that even a real account though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You guys are all like, I'm back over here trying to figure out if that's an actual account that came in my chat acting like that. Really? Is that like a real person behind that account? Is that the one that goes, that can't be her? Really? It's a clone, Amanda? Oh, right? I knew. I was like, wait. She's real? It's a clone troll account. That was her real account. I checked. Oh, okay, that's fucking even better. No. Okay, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and this one smoking. Oh, Amanda, thank you. Okay. So chances are it's not her. Okay, BB, thank you. So it's not her. Okay, we're gonna end on that. It's not her behind that account. Smoke them if you got them. Maybe I need a brownie. All right, let's go. Let's go, bye-bye. And then I'll be back to do the clip channels. This is going to be interesting. Hopefully everybody's takes a smoke break. Ash, you're good. Keep on going. What did you say? Kick rocks. Hold on. I'm going back up. Suspicion clears out. Be careful. Kick rocks. I think everybody's way too. Baby girl, hopefully you do too. Brownies. All right. Okay. All right. See you guys in a little bit. Okay, bye.